All right, guys, it's time to check out the NTH Devil Ray. Now, I'm pretty sure I've had these on the channel in the past, but these don't come out regular, and there aren't as many variations of it like there are with the NTH sub lineup. And this one's definitely a home run from Chris Vail, the owner of NTH. It's another like iconic watch that he's made, among some other ones that he's done, but certainly the sub style one and then this Devil Ray style one here. So big thanks to John over at the Watchgauge. I'll put a link to his website in the description. That is the authorized dealer for NTH. So if you're looking for a Devil Ray or one of the subs, one of the many different subs, you got to hit up John over at Watchgauge. That's where you're going to want to get it. So let's get into the specs on this. This is a 43 millimeter watch. Now you can see it's going to be kind of like a cushion case, so it's going to wear better than some of the numbers are going to, lean toward here. But 45.82 lug to lug, so pretty short lug to lug, really. It is a little bit longer, because you have the fixed center links here. I didn't measure that. Let's measure that real quick. So if you were interested in that measurement, that's closer to like 52.75 millimeter there, if you're going to count the extreme points there. Now you could put a different strap or something like that on there, but really they kind of angle down, so it kind of fits most wrists. Thickness on it, including the double domed sapphire crystal with AR coating on the underside, is 15 millimeter. So it has a nice little dome there. Actually, it sticks up slightly proud of the bezel even. And 22 millimeter lug width here. Bracelet does taper down to 20. I can see they changed up the bracelet. The previous, I think, Devil Ray was more of a smooth, where they have the 3-bar shiny bits in the center link of the bracelet now. So kind of ties in with the watch a little bit more. I think it gives it a little more pop. I kind of like bling, so it adds a little bit of bling. So it definitely works for me. The crown is oversized at 7.9 millimeter, and you can see it also carries a little bit of that sawtooth design, just like the bezel does. So you're going to be able to operate this thing no problem. So, and the sawtooth is in the orientation that when you tighten it, that you have a little more traction. So that works out good. The bezel, like I said, is a sawtooth. You're going to operate it from the 12 and 6 traditionally, just because it's slightly shrouded. You maybe can grab it there, but why would you? So they say it's a 120 click, and it does feel like a 120 click if you push it fast. If you operate it slow, it actually feels like it has a lot more clicks in it. Kind of weird. I dig it though, because it's like super fidget spinny feeling. It's not like a spongy Seiko. It's more like clickety clickety all the way around. So nice and tight. There's no play. There's no backspin or anything like that. It locks in. So this one is a date model. You can see the date cut out at 6. Very clean symmetrical dial with doing that. So this one's using the Seiko NH35 movement. You can get a no date. The no date is going to use the proper movement. It's going to use the NH38. So well played. That is the proper way of doing things. This is a 500 meter water depth resistance on this thing. You can see it labeled right on the dial. And for the Lume, I think they're just calling it Super Luminova X1, which I'm pretty sure is basically like the C3 X1 that I've talked about many times that some micro brands are using, and it is crazy bright. I mean, like it makes Seiko seem not bright. That's how good X1 is. So again, well played. You can see the dial here is basically a sun ray type dial. It is an anthracite color, even though it is labeled on the website as black. And I was just talking to John over at the Watchgauge. He said even the white one, it's labeled as white, but because it has the same kind of sun ray effect, it's actually a silver dial. These dials look amazing. So I'm glad they're not flat black and flat white. And then there's a blue one as well. I'd like to see a blue one. I like the quote black, this one, we're just going to call it anthracite, or the white one, because then you have that better pop of color. I think this is probably my favorite one. A nice bold orange minute hand, and then you have all of those pops of colors. You have the red, the orange, the yellow, and the powder blue all the way around. And it's discreet enough that, on wrist, you're probably not really going to notice it too much. If you get it on an angle, it just looks, I don't know. And an otherwise all black or dark gray type watch, to have that pop of color in there, it's very playful without being like obnoxious, I guess. I really dig that. So you look at the case back here, you have a nice deep pressed case back with that Devil Ray in the center there, and really no sharp edges. I mean, it's slightly sharp, but I don't think it's gonna like dig in or anything like that. Worst case scenario, you could soften that up with some micro sandpaper, but I don't think it's that bad. So pretty minimal information there. Automatic, sapphire, stainless steel, 50 Atmos. What more do you need? The rest of it is just a cool Devil Ray on there. So there's a close look at the crown and the case finishing and everything. Nice brushed finish with some polished reliefs. Well done there. Tight fitting bracelet to the watch head. So let's pop this guy on wrist real quick. You know what? Let's zoom in on that dial again real quick. That dial on this thing is phenomenal. See how they did the chapter ring where it has the cutouts for the applied indices, kind of like the Seiko Monster? Yeah, I'm digging that. It gives the dial a lot of depth, a lot of really cool dimension to it. And then that pop of color up there just makes it look like it's even deeper than it is. All right, let's pop this guy on wrist, and then we'll close out with a Lume shot. I also want to compare it to the SKX and maybe even the Tuna, just for size comparison. There you can see I took 2 links out and I moved the micro adjuster, 6 micro adjusts. I moved it in one position. So very easy to size, screw links, and you can see on my 7 1/4, because it has that shorter lug to lug and it's kind of a cushion case. It just wears perfect, super comfortable. Guys, this watch is only $525. I'll be shocked if these things don't sell out. Like, as soon as people are aware that these watches are out there, I don't know why they wouldn't sell out. These are very well built, robust type watches here. So quick look at the link too. You can see it's, you know, it's going to articulate nice. You got that thing that spins around all the way. And then even the screw is my favorite, where it has the rounded out leading edge, so it guides in really good, and then nice fine threads on it. Just little attention to detail on bracelets like that really help out when it comes to sizing it. I would maybe put a little bit of Loctite on there, but I have had fewer problems with this type of hardware on bracelets for some reason. I think because it's guided in and then it's threaded in really nice. So you can see the bracelet again, like I said, those links are well done. Oh, actually there's 1 half link on each side too. Well, 2 half links on this side. Or no, that's still just 1, I guess. And then you have that one, which is the end one. So all milled out, double pushers, retention clasp. Well done there. Typical NTH stuff here. Same thing with the sub. The watch is so well sorted. Like, what would you change? I mean, maybe a different bracelet option? Well, I could see this on a really good mesh bracelet as well. I think that would be a really cool pairing as well, but it looks great on this, maybe a rubber strap or something, but I'm a bracelet guy. So did I already show it? Here it is next to the SKX. I don't think I did, for size comparison. So if you can wear an SKX, you can wear this. And here it is next to a SBBN Tuna. You can see the Tuna is definitely larger, you know, width-wise, but lug to lug a little bit shorter. Now, I'm going to leave these Seikos in the background because I want to show, even the Tuna, okay? The Tuna maybe is kind of close because it's just overpowered. And I'm going to go ahead and leave them in the background because I want to show you this. This X1 Lume is no joke. So if you're a Lume junkie, find a watch with the C3 X1 or Super Luminova X1 like this one, because it'll make you all giddy inside. The Lume is ridiculous, guys. I don't know how else to say it. And the way they applied it on the bezel is just phenomenal because there's so much material there. It is so bright. I mean, it blows away the SKX easily. And you guys know the Tuna is overpowered and it's probably a little more vivid, but I'm telling you, this one will last longer. The X1 will last longer and it's as bright. So, wow. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks, John, for sending this over. And Chris, Vale, good job with the models. Keep them coming. I'll see you guys in the next vid.